Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous, and here is her story. Hi, Ollie. How are you and Charlene? Pretty good. This is the first time I've written in months. My previous stories are as follows. Rage of the down low narc. The narc's gaslighting is meant to break you. The narcs are fighting over you, not for you. When the narc mom breaks up with her son husband and don't give an inch to the narc. This time I need some practical strategies on going no contact with my narc mother. You're so right about how dangerous and slippery covert narcs are. For years I was trauma bonded to my mother, mainly because I was unable to form healthy adult relationships on my own. The contrast between my stepdad's overt emotional cruelty and her subtly provided a perfect camouflage. She admits the abuse I suffered and that it made sure I ended up with the first guy who paid me attention. However, when asked why she would not leave him, she stonewalls. I don't go deep into the backstory because I have covered most of it in previous videos. This is a snapshot of my background and current situation. My mother allowed mental, emotional, and sexual abuse from stepdad 1 during my childhood. During my childhood, I had a few friends and was very socially isolated. I taught English in East Asia for 8 years, and during that time I married my narc ex, who is a national of that country. He was physically, psychologically, and sexually abusive, and to top that off, probably gay. Now I'm back in my own country and have been no contact with my ex for around 2 years. I did try living with my mother and stepdad 2. However, stepdad 1 did not want me there, so he needled and gaslit me until I exploded. Then said, "You evil thing." Understand something, the mother lives with the ex and current husband. "You evil thing," while he stepped forward in a threatening manner. I took my daughter to the neighbors when my mother tried to make me come back. I tried to convince her to get stepdad 2 to go out while I gathered my things and left peacefully. He would not budge, so eventually I had to call the cops, who obviously had no idea about narc tactics. He tried to mediate as if it were a fight between 2 children. I found a motel to stay in and was given a choice to go in the cop's car or with my mother. She gave me the most disapproving look for not going with her. For the past year and a half, I have been living in a different city with minimal contact with my mother. About 3 months ago, I saw her when I went to another city for the birth of my brother's baby. Looking back, my intuition told me not to go, but my mother used the guilt phrase, "Are you going to make the effort?" Ugh. That's just the outward. Don't fall for that. So you know what that comes from? That's after a long period of absence. Okay? That's the narcissist letting you know, I'm not fazed. Because after that long period of absence, here's the trap a lot of times, the mistake we'll make. We think that our absence is going to change them, and it's not. So when she's throwing that in you, she's letting you know, I haven't changed one bit. And that's letting you know to make you think, oh, well, shit, maybe if she hasn't changed, maybe I am the problem. Maybe it is me. Don't fall for it. During this time, my mother put both her hands between my 3-year-old daughter's legs while she was on her lap. I should have said something. I think I was too shocked. Nobody else did either. You are so right about her being a sexual deviant. My grandmother was too, but it was all disguised as joking, and I was so gaslit that I did not recognize it. My mother knows where I live, and my 3-year-old knows her. I want to break contact before she has a chance to poison my child. I do not feel guilt or confusion over going no contact, only fear of stalking and smearing. She has said she will come to visit around New Year. I have not said yes or no because I want to say the no right. Here's how you say it. I'm like, what do you mean you will come? You didn't ask me if I was available at New Year's, did you? You just tell me what your you just make your grand proclamation. Well, that's not how this works. Could you give me any strategies on going no contact? Should I write her an email or a letter so she can't twist or smear? Should I preemptively change my phone number? What if she does turn up on my doorstep? What about my brother who was the golden child? He admits that stepdad 1, his father, was an asshole, but to me, was an asshole to me, but he won't let anyone else say it. He joined in the abuse and gaslighting as a child to avoid his father's wrath. Now he gives my daughter sweets without permission when he has an audience. It actually backfired when I was with him for the birth of his baby. He gave my daughter a big chocolate bar and she only ate a small amount because she is not used to lots of sweets. I did not say anything because I figured that it would just give him fuel. I know I would not do that to a parent. Sorry, this email is a bit disjointed. There are a million thoughts going through my mind. Thanks to all you do, Anonymous. Well, let me work this backwards first. Why are you still in contact with your brother? Because he just seems like a giant son, husband, bitch boy who undermines your authority as a mother and gaslights you, basically gives you the minimal amount of acknowledgement of your abuse, but still doesn't really give a fuck about it. I don't know how many times I got to tell people this. There's no going no contact with some of them. It's no contact with all of them. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Now, as far as your mother goes, who you should have been no contact with years and years ago, why are you allowing her to make grand proclamations of when she's showing up in your life? Okay, the first thing I would say is I'm not available. I'm not available. That would have been the first thing I said. I'm not available when she said she was coming to visit. Say, you didn't ask me if it was convenient for me, if I was going to be around, if I had other plans. They just assume, oh, the world stops for the narcissist. Well, it doesn't. The world doesn't stop for the narcissist, but that's how they live. That's how they live. And even with your minimal, with your low contact, your mother still came at you aggressively. Why? Because they don't learn. They don't change. As far as preemptively changing your phone number, that's something you could do that. I mean, I would, if she turns up on your doorstep, you got to be prepared for that. You don't have to open the door if she shows up at your doorstep. But to avoid that, and here's what you got to worry about. If you tell her, she's going to then say there's something going on and try to rush over there, get the police involved, something's going on, yada, yada. The best thing you in this situation, since there's already such a distance, I would just ghost. I would tell her, don't come. I'm not going to be here. I have other plans. And then change everything else after the holiday. But you're going to have to be prepared for her to call the police and get social services involved and do the whole thing. Somebody's controlling you. I'm just worried for your safety. Your brother's nothing more than another issue. He's giving you nothing throughout your entire life, giving you no support. And now undermines your parenting with your daughter. So what's the point? It's all or nothing. These people have to get out of your life. You're allowing people in your life to still who abused you. I don't care what your mother's acknowledged. She ain't sorry for it. She ain't sorry for it, because if she was, she wouldn't be doing to you what she's doing to you now, would she? If she shows up, you don't have to answer the door. You can consider, like, once you're no contact, moving again, because it seems like you move pretty easily. She don't have to know where you've gone, what you're doing. But it's never going to work if you try to keep the rest of your narcissistic family in your life. Not with your brother, not like this. No way. No way. So, I hope that helps. So thank you again for another contribution and another story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video for someone, a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to help keep it growing, expanding, and succeeding, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without all of you, this all goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.